What it is, it's your boy True McFadden, aka Durag True, with True Be Talking, and in this video, I gotta give my reaction to the Tyson versus Arslanbek Makhmudov fight. Hey yo! I said, hey yo, what's good, y'all, man? It's your boy True McFadden. You already know what it is. Gotta give my reaction to the Tyson versus Makhmudov fight. But before I get into that, of course, I want to talk about the co-main event of the night, and that was a fight for Conor Benn versus Regis Prograis. This was a pretty good fight. I enjoyed watching it. Although, you know, Regis Prograis, it ended up being his last fight. He ended up retiring after this fight. He also gave a brief after-fight interview where he announced his retirement, and he also talked about how he was dealing with some injuries coming into this fight. He talked about how he wanted to pull out the fight before it even happened. Even the day of the fight, he was thinking about pulling out, but he was glad that he went through with it. But he said that he talked about his hand being hurt, but if you watch the fight, it looks like maybe even he was having some issues with his legs. Just based off what I was seeing, it looks like he may have had a little trouble, moving a little bit. Kind of looks like he was probably not all the way hurt, but trying not to agitate whatever is going on with his legs. So it's like he was trying not to agitate that even more, or injure himself even further. So that's kind of like what it looks like to me for Regis Prograis. But with that said, that brings me to Conor Benn. So, of course, like I said, Regis Prograis announced his retirement. One time for Regis Prograis. But that boy, Conor Benn, he's going to keep fighting, right? He's going to keep fighting. So, this was his first fight back down to, well, this fight was actually a catchweight at 150. But his first fight back down to a smaller weight class since his two fights with Chris Eubank Jr. last year. Of course, he went 1-1 in those. But in this fight, he won the fight. He looked good, had a good jab. His jab was working really well. That's one of the best things I saw from this fight was his jab. It was working really well. He's still fast. He's still, jerky, in and out, quick, fast hands, fast feet. He looked pretty good. The only thing about that is with all the injuries and everything to Prograis, with Prograis coming up to a new weight class for the first time. Like Prograis, I think he was fighting at like 135, 140, and this was like his first fight. And like he's never even had a fight at 147, so he went straight to 150 and had this fight. So a lot of different fighters, including analysts, everybody looking at it like, hey man, you probably should have hurt Prograis a little more than what you did. Like he definitely beat him. He won the fight, but based off the fact that this guy is coming in with major injuries, he has a few injuries in a new weight class, he's never been in, and Conor Benn been talking a lot of shit, bro. Like you've been popping big shit. So you popping big shit, you got a wounded opponent, and you're not able to take him out. I can see how, and that's kind of why after that, a lot of everybody started calling him out. And the one call out that stuck, I guess, is Ryan Garcia, because it looks like as of right now that they're in talks to have that fight happening probably at the end of the summer, around July or August, something like that. So we definitely, gonna get to see what Conor Benn is really made of when he steps in the ring with Ryan Garcia. And I think that's going to end up being a really, really good fight. I think that'll be a really good competitive fight. Early prediction, I got Ryan winning, but that's only if the Ryan that fought Barrios comes into the ring. You know what I'm saying? If we get that version of Ryan Garcia, he's going to be tough to beat. But definitely, definitely going to watch that fight. If they make it happen, definitely can't wait to see that fight happen. But of course, Conor Benn was also called out. I ain't gonna say he was called out. I just want to say this real quick. Shakur Stevenson, right? Shakur Stevenson, called him Conor Bum or whatever, and talked about, if he. I think he also made a statement like, I know if if Prograis can take him to 12, you know, I'll be disappointed if I don't stop him or some shit like that. He said. My thing is, bro, stop calling out niggas you're not gonna fight, bro. You're not gonna go up to 147. You're not gonna go up to, you know, Steve Shakir's not going up to 147. Like, you're gonna stay at 135, 140. And those are his words. You know what I'm saying? That ain't me just putting words in the mouth. He said he's not going up to 147. He'll do a catch weight at 144, but he's not going up to 147, is what Shakur Stevenson has said, you know, over the past few months. So if you're not going up there, bro, you're not. Hey man, chill with the shit talking, bro. You're not gonna fight the man, and he definitely is not gonna come down to 140 to fight you. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's pretty much it on that. Like, that boy Benn won a good fight. Hopefully we get to him and Ryan Garcia, and that's gonna be I think that's gonna be a really exciting fireworks type fight. But of course, on to the main event. That boy Tyson Fury, he beat Arslanbek Makhmudov in their fight. Fury, you know, starting out, of course, getting some of that ring rust off. Those first couple rounds look kind of iffy. Plus, if you know anything about Makhmudov, you know he's a big puncher. 21 wins, 19 knockouts. So he's a big puncher, and you know he's trying to get those big punches off early on. So those first couple rounds may have been, you know, Fury not only just knocking off the ring rust, but also staying aware. You know what I'm saying? Staying away from this dude's right hand, because this motherfucker got a big right hand. And Tyson Fury has a pretty good chin, but it's also been questionable over the past few years. So, you know, probably just trying to stay out the way of that right hand. But around the third or fourth round, you can see he started getting into his rhythm. He figured out his distance. And once Fury got you figured out, bro, it's tough from that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all downhill with Fury. And that's one of the reasons why I like him as a fighter. Like, he's really good. He's a really good boxer. Knows how to win the fight. Knows what to do when he's in the ring. Knows how to make those adjustments in ring to get those wins. So, you know, Fury did his thing, bro. And of course, immediately after the fight, he called out Anthony Joshua. Called out AJ. At first, I felt like, bro, there's no point in fighting, you know, and calling out AJ. But then I thought about it. AJ was at the Wilder fight. AJ was one, you know, looking to make the Wilder fight next. Matter of fact, either him or Eddie Hearn or both of them. I can't remember who I saw say it, but I think it was Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn said the plan was to get Wilder next, and then they would go to Fury, right? Well, Wilder broke his hand in the Chisora fight. He broke his hand, so, and, you know, Anthony Joshua is probably trying to get back in the ring sooner rather than later, you know, as soon as possible. Probably not as soon as possible, but definitely sooner than we can be expecting Wilder to be back in play. You know what I'm saying? So it's looking like that's what might happen next. We might get the Fury versus Anthony Joshua fight next. That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a really good one. Like I said, I got AJ beating Wilder. I got him outboxing and beating Wilder. Fury, that's going to be a little tougher to call, bro. Tyson Fury is a really good boxer. He's really smart. He knows what he has to do to win. He comes up with a game plan to win, and he sticks to it. And if he has to make adjustments, he makes adjustments off that game plan, that winning game plan, and he's going to figure out a way to beat you. So that's definitely going to be a really, really, really competitive fight. Early prediction, early thoughts on it. I got AJ. I still have AJ. Like I said, I think AJ has slimmed down some. He's not as buff anymore. He's a little more lean with his muscle. And if that's the case, he's quicker. His punches are going to have a little more snap on him. And he's going to be tough. If that's the case, because I haven't seen him yet. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen him back in the ring yet. But if that's the case, he's going to be really tough to beat. Really tough to beat. But that's pretty much all I have for this, man. Just that boy, like I said, we definitely can't wait to see what's going to happen next. Whether we're going to get Conor Benn and Ryan Garcia. That'll be a dope fight. My early predictions for that. I think I got Ryan for that one. Just based off how he looked against Barrios. If we're going to get that version of him, that's who I got in that one. And then if we get AJ and Fury next, my early thoughts is AJ, but that's going to be one hell of a fight. But let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button, share, subscribe, tell a friend. It's your boy Durag True, and I'm out.